Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. I am going to talk to you specifically today about how to fight insomnia. So I have several tips actually for you about insomnia. I have recently come out on the other side of about a 3-4 month battle with insomnia. I actually saw a specialist. I did lots of research, listened to lots of podcasts, read online research, etc. And it all came back to a lot of the same things. So a lot of different tips. There's nothing worse than sleep deprivation, am I right? I mean, actually right now my kids got me up 3 times last night. However, I do have to say that luckily, because I am on the other side of my bout with insomnia, I was able to get back to sleep every single time I got woken up. So in the past, what had happened was I would get woken up for some reason, and then I would lay there for 2-3 hours every single night. So it could have been anything. It could have been my husband coming in the room late, or my son coughing, or my other son needing help to the restroom, whatever it may be. I would just lay there. It was like the worst. It was torturous. And I racked my brain through everything. I gathered lots of tips, some things that have really helped me to fight my insomnia and to get past it. First and foremost, this is probably the one that made the biggest difference for me. Actually, all these made a huge difference for me. Magnesium. I was not regularly taking magnesium. Now, there is some magnesium in my meal replacement shake that I drink every day. However, I am taking now an additional supplement of magnesium, and one that has been specified, I believe it's called magnesium glycinate, and that is specifically helps with insomnia. So that is one tip that I have for you. If you're not supplementing with magnesium, throw that into your daily regimen, and hopefully that will help so much. Another thing that you can do is there was a doctor that recommended making like a banana tea. Now, basically what you do is you take the whole banana, you boil it, it makes a tea. Even with the peel on, you boil it, it makes a tea, and then you drink that. There is so much magnesium packed into the banana peel that will help you sleep. Another huge recommendation was a bath before bed. I don't do that. I only have about 30 minutes, maybe an hour at the end of the night after I put my kids down. That's my only time that I have to watch television. If there was a TV in my bathroom, I probably would have done that one, right? Take a nice hot bath. But I chose not to do that, but I was this close to having to try that out. But bath before bed really helps. Another thing that super, super helps is a bedtime routine. More than likely, you have a morning routine, right? You get up, you brush your teeth, hopefully you brush your hair, you get some coffee, you got your little routine down. The more you have a regular bedtime routine and a regular bedtime every single night, even on the weekends, try to keep the same bedtime and wake time every single day. Something else that I didn't realize was affecting my sleep was lights, and lights that you wouldn't even think would affect your sleep. So one, specifically, there was a clock right above our bed, or right in front of our bed, and the light on it was blue. The numbers were blue. I didn't realize was keeping me up. And I thought, well, because they said eliminate all lights. So even all the little night lights I had, so my kids could make it easily into my room, I had to unplug those. I had a phone sitting right next to my bed. I have to turn that face down. I make sure that even the baby monitors, I had to put those face down, make sure that there's no lights whatsoever shining. And I was still having trouble. I'm like, there's no light in this room. And then I looked up and I was like, okay, that clock has little tiny blue glowing lights for the numbers. So once we turned that around, then I was able to start sleeping again. It's amazing. These little teeny tiny things I wasn't realizing were keeping me awake. And the other thing was sometimes there's noise in the house. So if I suspect that there is going to be noise in the house, then I actually have this noisemaker. It's for my kids, but it just plays white noise. So if there is something really... If I'm having a really hard time sleeping, then I'm putting that noisemaker on, because I don't want the tiniest sound to wake me up. When I'm having these bouts of having a tough time sleeping, I put that noisemaker on. Oh, it helps tremendously. That way, nothing wakes me up except for my alarm when I really need to get up. Another great tip that I have for you, oils and or lotions. Now I use of course some essential oils. I have some other types of oils, but one of the things that I liked the best was there is a lotion made by Bed Bath & Beyond. It's called Sleep. And it's aromatherapy lotion. That's probably been the one that worked the most effective for me. Even with the lavender oils and everything from doTERRA, that lotion for some reason works wonders for me. So I always use that. If I wake up, I feel like I'm restless. I feel like maybe I'm going to have trouble going back to sleep, and then I use that. I will say that if I am having trouble going to sleep and I get up and I just drink a little glass of milk, that actually helps too. I don't know why, but it does. So that's another thing that I started doing. I always make sure that I have milk in the house specifically for that reason. If I'm laying there for a while, then that will help. And of course, you know, you can use some supplements too, like melatonin. I did that for a while, but I have heard that long-term use could actually lead to insomnia. One thing that I realized was the whole idea of when I would wake up, I would get like sleep anxiety. I would think, oh no, am I going to be able to go back to sleep? And that is what was keeping me up. So something that helps with that is I really focus on my breathing. I really focus on, okay, I will be able to go to sleep. It's almost like positive affirmations to myself, and stretching. If I'm having any problem sleeping whatsoever, I get up, I stretch. I just honestly just 5 minutes, but with each stretch, I do some deep breathing, and I just constantly tell myself it's okay. I am going to go back to sleep. And that has helped so much. And the final thing that helps is journaling. So before you go to bed, so especially if your brain is busy. So this is one tip that I heard lots and lots and lots. I didn't feel like my brain was busy. The only thing I kept thinking was, why can't I sleep? But that was making my brain busy. So journal before you go to bed. That means put on paper everything that you have to do. Put on paper. Maybe you just need to be grateful. Put on paper your gratitude. Like, what are you grateful for right now? Or maybe you just need to write positive affirmations to yourself. Like, I am relaxed. I am peaceful. I am going to go to sleep. I'm going to have a great night's sleep. I'm going to get up early and feel refreshed. Whatever you need to do, put it on paper. Whatever's on your brain, put it on paper. But journaling, maybe that means writing out your to-do list, the things that are kind of buzzing through your head. I promise you, the things that you put on paper the night before. So when you go to sleep, your subconscious mind will start working on those things for you. So when you wake up, it is a lot easier to get going and started with your day. And because your subconscious mind has probably worked out a couple hiccups that you hadn't thought of, or maybe a problem that you're thinking about and you're having trouble figuring it out. If you leave it to your subconscious mind, you will allow yourself to drift into a creativity zone, right? And that's usually what happens, I believe, in stage 3 of your sleep cycle. That's when we have dreams and everything. And you're going to find some answers there. Even if you don't consciously realize it, it will help you. So those are my tips for you. I hope that you don't struggle with insomnia, but if you do, then hopefully these things will help you. And I also want to say, if you know of anybody who does, you can tag them below, or you can always share it to them specifically. Thank you for watching, and have a great day. Bye-bye.